seem to do things that are thought of as impossible.
8 of clubs, 10.
That's why I started to believe in the possibility of PK as a scientist, because the object is truly not outside of you. But it's so, if, for example, if I want to move my finger is connected to my consciousness through neural pathways in the body into my brain. So when I want to move it, it's a part of me and I can move it. The piece of paper in front of me is not physically connected with neural pathways, but it still is a phenomenon and an appearance within my consciousness, what you might call a back channel. If you think about it, the brain and actually all the cells in our body are phenomenon occurring within this bigger consciousness.
The idea is then to
I feel like a superhuman version of yourself. I want to act, I want to inspire people just like that film did for me, through focusing on that, intending it, writing it down, having vision boards, like seeing it, watching it every day, seeing myself do it every day. I ended up playing a lead in the sequel to that same film 6 years later, something that everybody told me was impossible.
Where you place your awareness is where energy goes. That's basically all we're doing here with the psychokinesis experiment. We're going to produce movement by using our mind in a certain way. And it's really like baking a cake. You put all the right ingredients together, and you put them in the oven, and you give it enough time, and when enough time has passed, you pull out this beautiful, delicious cake.
and no calories involved.
Yeah.
It is a meditation process in itself, and the way other types of meditation have those life lessons wrapped in, you see it right in front of your eyes. If you're too tense, it stops moving. When you relax, it starts moving again. If you don't give it enough time, it doesn't work. If you let go, it works. So this is just another way of showing those basic life principles that we all know about. And so at this point, we can lift up your container, and you'll want to do this very slowly, because when you do it too quickly, it knocks off the tin foil from the needle. And then you'll want to just put your hands on the glass on either side of the object. Eventually, it'll start responding to your breathing pattern and to the level of relaxation in your mind. So yeah, when it starts, it means that the shift has occurred within you. And your mind just started responding too. So I think we're sharing a field now.
It's working.
This is so cool to watch. Yeah, I mean, it was totally still.
It's moving.
As maybe silly to some as this may sound, sending love to the material, saying like, you know, I love you, like, let's work together on this, let's be one, you know, let's move together.
Look what it's doing as you're talking about love.
Your heart's opening as you're talking about it, and it feels it.
And I can also feel whenever I start to feel those ego thoughts or wanting to get it right or afraid of failure, then there's this disconnect. And I think that's so powerful to understand that that's the whole thing of ego. It's like the want to get it right can block you. But when you just allow and be filled with love and energy, like amazing, miraculous things can happen.
Rachel will now attempt to place 2 objects inside the glass container and see if she could perhaps influence one object and not the other.
I was wondering if I am here, if I'll have more ability.
Sure, keep going, because the other one just started going. There you go.
There you go. Clearly, Rachel is talented. I mean, that is like amazing. And it's her first time.
And this is the hardest condition to be under. Not only is it your first time, but you have 6 cameras on you. There are other people in the room watching, hoping, expecting.
Yeah.
These are the hardest conditions for anyone to operate under for psychokinesis. So congratulations.
Did you have fun?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. After even just those 2 experiments, you know, I learned so much about myself. If you practice these things Like you literally feel like a superhuman version of yourself.